So we seen an eagle today while we were driving, and Source seriously made sure that this eagle flew right in front of our car. It was a bald eagle, and it had a snake in its mouth. I've never seen a bald eagle except for in a zoo. So I was just chills thinking about it. Source is doing something right now in a massive way, and this is to better help you see things from an outside perspective, to get a better view of what you were going through when you were too zoomed in into it. Sometimes when something impacts our emotions to such a severity, our emotions, okay, we like become consumed in them. We're drowning in them, okay? This was at the time what feels like it was just so consuming, and it was so confusing, right? But you're able to actually, this is paired, okay, be able to see things now, okay? See how he's like almost like eye to eye with this pinnacle, and he's sitting down, he's chill. You're able to see these things now. You're out of the wilderness, or you're out of the drowning in your emotions over it, right? Now you're able to see, okay, so Source is doing this strategically. Source is bringing people into your life. They might have already been there. The logistics of it doesn't matter. They might have already been there, but for some reason they're up close and personal now, and they're going through now what you just went through. What you went through, and you come out of it, right? You're not even in water anymore at all. You're on dry land. Okay, you're like this energy. You're very stable and secure over your emotions now. Okay, but you're able to get a better perspective and a bird's eye perspective now, okay? A very higher perspective of what you were going through, but you couldn't see because you were drowning. You can't see when you're drowning in water, right? You're able to, it feels like preview now. All of the emotions and all of the turmoil and all of the confusion and all of the frustration and not being able to understand what was going on. You're able to see it through a clear lens, because when you're viewing things from an outside perspective, as other people are going through it, you're like, well, duh, why would you settle for this? No, you're being manipulated to an extreme, right? Like, you can see it when they're going through it, but when you're going through it, it's so difficult. See, when you were going through it, you had the perception until Source shown you, and now Source is reaffirming it to you through allowing you to kind of be an anchor as other people are going through it. Potentially for this collective, you have multiple people in your life right now that are coming to you, needing your advice, needing your stability and your security, okay? And you're able to help them go through it because you just went through it and you're back in a stable, secure place. But when you were going through it, when you were drowning in your emotions like that, you were looking at through the perspective as like, oh, I failed. Oh, I failed this person. My love, now that you can see clearly, you did not fail. You've got your head up now, and you see clearly you are not a failure. We deal with people in this world who have unachievable expectations, that no matter what you do, no matter how good you are, no matter if you're the president of the United States, these people do not have the same kind of care, concern, and empathy that we hold to an extreme. Having connections with these kind of people, okay, there will be a spiritual warfare that transpires. There will be confusion. You will go through this, okay? You will go through so much trying to figure out what even the heck is going on. But then whenever you get out of that water and you get back into your stability and your security, and you can kind of clearly see, oh my goodness, I never failed anybody, or I never failed, or it wasn't me. There are just people that are like this, right? There are just, this is like the narcissist energy. This is just how these people were, you know, based off of their level of trauma, the lessons, the way that they were taught, their trauma, their right? You can go and study and dive into narcissism all you want, but these are the kind of people that just do not have the same kind of empathy, care, concern, thoughtfulness. And that's the reason why you're so confused the whole time, because it's like, you would never. No, you would not. That's the difference. They don't think about it. They don't have a care, concern in the world. Either way it goes. So source love energy is now taking you through this like revealing process, but in the perspective of being able to see it from an outside perspective instead of such a zoomed in perspective, right? And intuitively, this is helping you. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, get refocused on such a level and a degree, and you're able to take these people for who they are. This acceptance, this beautiful acceptance, and not absorbing the blame where it never belonged, and making yourself feel like a failure and constantly have your head down for the rest of your life. That's what they would love. That's what they would love to get you to do for the rest of your life. But you've picked your head up. And now you're able to see. And now you see others who've got their head down and they're having a difficult time seeing. But you're seeing as their head is down and so consumed in it, you're like, you know, you could shake them, right? How can you not see this, right? But it was very difficult for you to see it as well, right? Because they put this illusion into you, right? Intuitively, okay. You are surrendering to the call of the divine. You trusted your intuition through that all, and you were like, there is no way. And now you are proud of yourself for not absorbing, and maybe initially you did absorb that fault where it never belonged, but you are seeing, thank goodness I kept on my healing and I kept shifting the perspective, and I finally said, these are not my burdens to hold, and you let them go. Now you don't have any reason to feel bad or guilty or remorseful for it, because you're seeing how other people are going through it, and you're like, thank God I trusted my intuition, which is helping you move away from anything that's even radiating any kind of toxicity. Things are moving in your favor, but this is all happening strategically, because Source is a strategic, loving, unconditional, loving, okay, loves you so much, okay, and it's to help you see how much things are moving in your favor, and it's so that you don't ever get sucked back into that past and let it start consuming you again. Right here, like this, like, don't ever let it take your energy like that from again. That's to help give you this like reassurance, like you weren't the problem. You were never the problem. You were getting sucked into whatever was being made into you needing to be the bad guy so that they didn't have to look at their faults and their problems. There was nothing ever wrong with you. And this is helping you see this. And this is like, okay, no, you will never, ever, that would be hopeless decision, basically, to get sucked back into the past like this, like a swirling vortex, and let it siphon all of your energy like that again. You know that this happened for you now. Not to you, it happened for you. You were delivered into the promised land. And you see it now, as you see other people now struggling to be delivered themselves. And it's a mental, emotional, spiritual war zone that you go through, and it is not for the faint of heart. And if you made it on the other side of it and now are able to help others through it as well, kudos to you. You are going places. You are doing big things. You are an earth angel, and I'm just so proud of you and have so much respect for you. I love you.